Hello everyone. Today let's talk about monarchy. Okay, here,
Monarchy.
and this is an important topic we study in different forms of government or origin of state. If we study political science, we will come across monarchy in one way or another, in forms of public administration or in origin of state or studying colonialism, imperialism, or in any way you will come across monarchy. And here, as you can find monarchy in when you search Google, monarchy is a form of government with a monarch at the head. The head of the kingdom, head of the government, head of the country is the king or the emperor. The term emperor is hardly used in European countries. Yeah, because most of the European countries is are where in history where kingdoms not empires, but there were empires like in Byzantine Empire, Roman Empire, and there are a lot of imperial dynasties in China, India, but in European region most of we are small kingdoms, so they use kings instead of emperor. And here there is another Wikipedia definition. A monarchy is a form of government in which a person, the monarch, is head of the state for life or until abdication. Political legitimacy and authority of the monarch may be vary from restricted and largely symbolic to fully autocratic, can expand across domains of executive, legislative, and judiciary. Or why I mentioned before that if we study origin of state, we will find monarchy because here you may have heard of divine rights theory. Who gives the right to these monarchs, to these emperors, kings? Are they are they did they did they become monarchs because of their power, military strength, financial power, or strong physical strength? No. Yeah, in few millennia back in the primitive era, in those tribal era, and wise and strong men lead the village, lead the tribe. Those tribe chieftains were all wise and or the strong ones. But in a city-state period, in the history, in the city-state era or kingdom era, when the people started society, civilization develops, started to build cities and kingdoms. In this era, in this time, at this time, monarchy is not that simple. So to give legitimacy to the monarchs, to these kings or emperors, there comes the divine rights theory. There comes the theory of God. Religion came. This divine right theory says that God appointed these monarchs, kings, to rule this land on earth, this kingdom, on behalf of the God. Like these kings, royals were the representative or the children of the God, who were responsible for governing, ruling the God's kingdom on earth. God's place on earth. So that's the meaning. That's the concept of divine rights theory. So their right, their political powers, their executive, legislative, and judicial powers were given by the God. So who would go against the God? That's the theory. Since it is given by the God, everybody has to accept it. And in the Western country, God will not come directly down and appointed someone as a king. So the sirs in the Western country, yeah, sirs, the Vatican, yeah, the Pope, yeah, is responsible for appointment of the king in Europe. But for, yeah, like in India, yeah, Brahmins are responsible. There are different castes in India: Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And Kshatriyas are the rulers, and Brahmins are those, uh, yeah, teachers, royal teachers, responsible for legislature. Or yeah, the Brahmins were the responsible for making laws and interpretation of laws. Yes, powers are, those judicial and legislative, executive powers were in the hands of the king, the monarch, but the Brahmins were expert in regarding this legislature or interpretation of law. So those things were assigned to the Brahmins. So the rights, duties of the king were also dictated by the Brahmins in India. But in case of China, in China there is no the differ yeah, in China they worship their ancestor as God. There is no something like different worship, God worship, like we did in India or in the Western world. Mostly those gods were worshipped by the Chinese were their ancestors. They worship their ancestors. So even if there is divine right theory, it's not that prominent. Yeah, but they focus on bloodline, their ancestry, the line of their ancestry. And in the struggle for hegemony, those who are strong, powerful, wise, and who have strong ancestry line can, yeah, build their kingdom, build their dynasty. So that's it. Monarchy. Monarchy is created according to the divine rights theory. Without divine rights theory, there will be no monarchy.